When you're ready, we will shatter the crystal so that you can face the creature. Okay, that's the same thing. Are you ready? Let's just say yes. Who's it gonna be? Mephistopheles. All right. So the fourth of the rogue Pitlurians. And I presume this will be a tough fight. So let's start out with Bloodlust. And I'm actually going to start out with Meditation. Let's start out with Inflation. And let's start out with Sorceress Imbue. And be prepared for a long battle here. Alright, so the monk is meditative, so he'll heal. This guy just put up a shield, which is no good skis. Alright, these guys are getting stronger. Everybody has lots of hit points. Ah, I forgot about my magic points on my thief and my monk. I should have restored those, ideally. Oh well. Let's try a throat slit. Let's try bloodlust. Let's try a heal under the expectation that he's going to start hitting hard. And let's try a godlike on the monk. And then in round 3, the monk will start trying to attack, and we'll see how it goes. Malicious concentration. Okay, I don't like this. When he starts out by buffing himself, that makes me think that this guy is going to have a good AI and good attacks and all kinds of things like that. And so I'm worried that this will be a tough nut to crack. Sure, let's do an armed robbery. Skill. 1-inch punch. Skill. Plan of attack. Skill. Juggernaut. Alright, I think the monk goes off before the Juggernaut will. 160,000. Okay, so that didn't suck. There's the Juggernaut, so he could hit potentially even harder in the future. Armed robbery does another 20,000. Electron beam. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. If that's all this guy has, then this should not be a problem. Let's do a burglary, sure. Actually, nope. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a giant magic potion on the monk so that he will be able to do future 1-inch punches. It's on a 2 cooldown right now, and so let's just try a normal attack with him. Let's do Well of Life to make sure that everybody's going to have tons of hit points. And at this point, Thorn Armor is the only other thing that this guy can do to help out the monk. And then we need to actually start either helping out other characters or just going on offense, depending upon... Okay, No Hope will bring somebody down to 1 hit point. Yep, okay, that's fine. I can definitely live with that, because we can get our hit points back up using various regenerative techniques. Alright, you could do a throat slit again, so that's a lot of damage, so it's worth it. You're going to attack, obviously. You're going to use Absolution on yourself in order to gain a bunch of hit points back. And you are going to cast Godlike now on the Thief, so that he can be Godlike for the rest of the battle. And I could also do a Sorceress Imbue on the Thief, probably. Alright, 35,000. Godlike definitely helps. Energy Spear, 4,000 hit points. Psh. Like that's going to do anything. Alright. I should probably not get too cocky here, because that could get me into trouble. But we'll do an armed robbery. We will do another 1-inch punch. We will do... let's do a bastion, just to make sure that we have extra defenses. And let's do... I guess a Juggernaut... No, let's do a Sorceress Imbue on the Thief, so the Thief can hit harder as well. And then we need to worry about the Thief running out of magic points. 231,000. Oh, he changed into something. Removed negative states? Is he still going to have the same hit point meter, or what's happened here? I should have expected that the final boss was going to change somehow or something. Okay, this would be a good opportunity for you to use a giant magic potion. So you do that. You can just attack. Okay, his hit points are still down, so that's good. And I could afford to use a heal at this point. And you could afford to do a Juggernaut on the Thief. And then I have to check out where the monk is in terms of status effects. I might need to renew one of his status effects. And yeah, but so far, doesn't seem like this guy's hitting too hard. But if he has multiple forms, maybe one of his last forms is going to hit me so hard that I won't be able to recover. I guess we'll find out shortly. Throat Slit. That's still on cooldown, so you'll just do a normal attack. What else can you do? You could bless the monk. That will help him out. And you could also... Both of those guys have godlike already. The monk's Juggernaut might have worn off, and so let's put Juggernaut back on him, I guess. Forgot to check. Monk is not hitting quite as hard. Oh, his Bloodlust ran out. That's what I forgot about. So after we do another 1-inch punch, maybe, we'll do some more Bloodlust. I'd forgotten about that. Alright, but it seems like we're in great shape here. So armed robbery, 1-inch punch. I'm not even sure what to do here. Does plan of attack only last 5 turns? It does. So let's do another plan of attack. And I think at this point we can just do annihilation and start trying to do damage output with the Black Mage as well. Because I think he's done enough assistive spells to help out the melee party members. There's another 200,000 right there. There's another 30,000 right there. There's another 43,000. Yes! Looks like we killed him. He did not have a boss dying animation, so I expect there's going to be yet another form. Mephistopheles' heart. Right! He was the 4th Pitlurian, so we get a heart. Right. But what's going to happen now? You humans amaze me. Even with our full strength, we couldn't defeat Mephistopheles. I shall go to the grave with joy in my heart, but our time is short. You have borne more burden than we have a right to ask, and we shall never again pull you away from your rightful world. We will not survive long. We use too much strength containing the evil, but before we die, we shall use the last of our strength to send you back to your world. Glass Jaw, achievement unlocked. Stiff Upper Lip, achievement unlocked. Iron Will, achievement unlocked. Semper Paratus, achievement unlocked. Completionist, achievement unlocked. Mob of Monsters, achievement unlocked. Monk. I see. Thief. So basically you get an achievement for each guy you complete the game with. Well, this will definitely help my achievement overall completion percentage, something. Is this actually going to end the game? Like, I thought I had the option of continuing and going elsewhere. Look, the Westonian engineers have arrived. Is this going to be like at the Ruins of Rockwood? It looks like it. Just looking in the background. Your work on the bridge to court was unparalleled. It was the least we could do in the wake of Rockwood's tragedy. If time permits, there is yet more coin to fund construction of one more dream. Shall we discuss it on the way? One more dream, huh? A last dream, might one say? 6 months later, the construction of New Rockwood is nearing completion. Neat. So there's a New Rockwood. And... alright. Seems like it's maybe even bigger than the old one. Constantine the Guild Treasurer, please follow me. I do hope there's an option to play more, because there's still more things I want to do. Engineers of Westonia are worth every coin. Why build Rockwood north of the old location? The Shadow Fortress, apart from its sinister history, offers superb fortifications. Alrighty. I see. Ruin came from within. The walls only impeded our escape. Interesting. Holy crap. That's super big. If it were not for the Mercenaries Guild, more would have died. We wanted a new city to reflect these values, so we made it open and welcoming. World structure is changing. Will you ever reveal the name of our mysterious benefactor? I know your riches do not extend to cover the cost of construction for an entire city. Not for me to expose, but let's just say While its edifice is new Rockwood, its foundation is old money. So are we going to transition to the old money? This poor soul perished to the west woods of Rockwood. His wife's days of mourning are far from ended. If only someone had saved him. Okay, so that was the guy that I failed to save at the beginning of the game, that everybody else I've watched has managed to save, because they went to the little brown tree very early in the game. So this is going and reviewing some of the choices I guess I made in the game. We cannot forget our dearly departed friends who died a year ago. I had hopes the outcome would be different. My spirits lifted when Mercenaries Guild arrived, and yet they were no match for the hatred that Necht Militia brought with them. Many died. Great shame for the guild. We'll not forget. 1 year from that terrible assault, we pledged to never forget those who died. Let us gather and remember that difficult day. So is that in court? Yes, that is court. Right, and those who died, it was possible that you could save everybody, and I saw some other people, and so they'd probably have a different kind of ending cutscene here. Alright. Mercenaries Guild came to the rescue. Day that'll live in infamy. They did not kill us all. We won't forget the perished. Uncontrolled weeping is heard from several citizens in the crowd. Alright. Yeah, I'd be curious to see the alternate cutscenes that happen if you save everybody. Goblin dogs went too far when they stole a ship from our navy. Okay, so here we are in Necht. Too far! The nerve! Alright. We need to teach them a lesson. The militia's gone because you tried this before. Shouldn't that be a sign we should stop before more humans and goblins die? Nonsense. We'll rebuild. The goblins of Ronkar will pay. So it seems like the people in Necht maybe didn't learn a whole lot. Alright, meanwhile the goblins of Ronkar are looking good. Alright. They're remembering me and my party. Never changed the name, and so Thief was the name of the lead character. Not sure why I feared the company of people for so long. Oh right, the Isolationist. If that band of adventurers hadn't spooked me and then run into me in court, I fear I may have kept on living in isolation. Welcome, your bedroom's just behind the screen. If you need anything, please let me know. So I guess he's running it in now. Hungry Traveler. Alright, very nice. Guild Captain. Alright. Alright, so just more cutscenes. Now we're in North Bay. So many supplies. All going to one place. We're loading the entirety of Theopolis on our ships and transporting it across an ocean. Worthwhile to see Rockwood rebuilt. Okay. I'm talking about me riding a Phoenix. 10 more trips for everything Rockwood needs. Alright. And now we're inside the inn and pub. Fetched Aloe to help me heal. Right, that was a little side quest. I don't know what it would have done if he hadn't have helped me. I think we got that from... That was like at the kind of like desert oasis that was between Northway and Theopolis, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay. Riding Moas, right. So you wouldn't have to deal with crossing the desert that way. And now, okay, City of Theopolis. All right. Truly heroic. No one actually knows where Thief is. We'll have a celebratory festival. Okay, now we're at the Mercenaries Guild. Murky reports have come in from Orphos, Vir, Holdra, and the island continent of Mount Agni. Monsters of incredible velocity have appeared, so-called world killers from the old legends. He defeats the gigantic Agrius, and yet the world does not know peace. For the battle that Thief fought, he deserves to be commemorated and statue, but such celebrations will have to wait until we're able to deal with these new beasts. Where is Thief? He's not been seen since the fall of the Shadow Fortress. No one has seen from him since. It's been a little over a year. He was even better than Khan. We'll never see his like again. We're running low on money. We'll have to dispatch this targets without Thief's help. Alright, they're going to discuss matters. Send word to our target scouts and hunters around the world. They'll meet us here and we'll travel together to destroy the monsters. Without Thief, we have no chance against the beasts who are appearing. I fear you're right, but we have to try. Ah, Master Spearfisher. Right, I never did the fishing stuff. And so he thinks it's a shame that no one's fishing anymore. And so I imagine this would be a different cutscene if I had done more with spearfishing. Alright, Tizarin. Okay, so now we're on South Holdra. And yeah, there's still like 4 more cities to do or something, so I expect a lot of cutscenes. Alright. So everyone wants to honor me. First human ever entombed in the Tizarian Mausoleum. We must send scouts to find Thief. But no one's seen him. He'll appear, it's only a matter of time. Okay, I hope that means I'm still getting a choice to come back and do more stuff. Alright, so now we're in Valundra Castle or whatever with the elves. Honorary elf? Hooray, I'm an honorary elf. Alright, build the statue in his honor, name the castle after him. No, the East Wing. Alright. One day during every Decadal World Council be dedicated to remembering and celebrating the life of Thief. And everyone agreed. Hooray! Alright. Talking about the Phoenix. Why would he hide? He gave his life to end the menace of the Dark Army. His body will likely never be found. Disappeared as mysteriously as he arrived. The hero of Firma. Alright, for the most part, I'm enjoying the cutscenes. It's kind of long. But yeah, I don't know a way that you could spread this out necessarily. Sacred Tree is doing well. Right, and so I managed to kill the parasite underneath the Sacred Tree, which I guess was Marahem, I think. I wonder if we'll see the Sacred Tree blooming. Ah, right, one of these fishing guys. I vaguely remember him. Oh, are they going into the Tower of Pestilence? Taint leaving Sacred Temple. Monsters flee. Air smell fresh. King Jaxo want temple rebuilt. Unable to pay respect to Great Tree at Sacred Temple. It's turning green. Okay, that's great. Sacred Map Room. Something is weird. Okay. So what's happening in here? I don't remember having visited here necessarily. Map gone. Oh yeah, that's where I got the map for it. Underneath the tree after I had already conquered underneath the tree. Alright. And then where are we down here? I don't recognize this. Oh, this is underneath a tree. Poison root gone. Tree soon bloom and be beautiful. Got it. And now it's all lit up as opposed to being dark. Alright, so they're going down to the most sacred, deepest root of the tree. Which I guess is there? What's gonna happen here? Tree of Life sapling? A new Tree of Life. Wow. Alright, return to Hobgarst. Is that where we're gonna go next? No, this appears to be Westonia. Alright, we'd be dead and buried if not for Thief. Where has he disappeared to? Where have I disappeared to? Oh, Aureus is the richest man on Firma. I'd rather have glory than riches. Aureus or Thief? Aureus, of course. Thief may be famous, but imagine the danger he faced. And there's little money in bravery. And we spent a day in the shoes of Thief. He didn't strike it rich at the casino, but I think he's richer in other ways. So I wonder if I had played a bunch of casino games and become a casino high roller, if we'd have something different in the cutscene here as well. That's my guess. Alright, the Greatest Gladiator. Grizzly Reaper. That was level 50 of the ladder. It's all downhill from here. First gladiator to ever complete the arena ladder. I'm glad I did that. The Witch Doctor, the crazy old man. Right, I did all these things. So this is the monk side quest, so we're going to actually see some side quest stuff as well. So we'll probably have a bunch of thieves talk about how good a thief I am. Thought about casting a spell on him and turning into a pig. Yep, okay. Alright. So they're talking about the thief side quest now. Here's the White Mage Researcher. Right, I brought back a thing and then they were trying to like translate it and learn new things. And then here's the Black Mage Researcher. Alien life exists in an alternate dimension. How many other dimensions contain life forms? Eccentric Inventor. Right, the radar. It's a shame that without being able to tunnel, he wasn't able to collect the orichalcum for the teleportation device, but I can't blame him. Okay, so that's if you had an engineer in the party. Alright. Ah, the outpost, where we got rid of the zombie infestation. Patient Zero, yep. Save the world twice over, that's right, I have. Because I am the greatest. Asmodeus. How long must we wait for the Veneer to lift our exile in the Blessed Mountain? We'll have nothing more to slaughter the Overworlders, where we can once again return to the Overworld. We bide our time until we're strong enough to defeat the Veneer. Human Thief invaded our home and showed the Overworlders themselves hope for nothing more than to destroy us. The world will eventually be ours. So there's Mount Agni, and so there's still stuff to do there. Alright, Decatl World Council, a special session. Alright, Thief start the Dark Army. And everyone has different theories about where I've disappeared to. Sacred Tree, not take Thief. Me hope he disappear wherever he came from. The Veneer and Thief prove that we don't understand everything about the universe. Angry Man. Whoa! Where did you three come from? Those are the other three members of my party. You just missed the end of Dante's celebration. Dante! So this is back on Terra. This is back from the first game. Everyone's been looking for you. You should go see Dante and Elizabeth. This is back on Earth, which it says back on Earth, with my two kids, where in the first game you originally disappeared. And so, there I am. Daddy, you're back already? Thief, is this real? Please, let it be real. Don't be silly, Daddy. We want to play. Another kid? Did you get the firework, darling? Oh, it's the wife. Okay, got it. So, in the first game, you were out to get some firewood, and you got sucked into a portal, and... yeah, you're acting strange. Feels so good to be back. Did you get the firewood? I must have forgot. Sorry about that. Alright, he hugs his family. I see. And now we have credits. Andrew Walker is definitely... I've been in contact with him. And I think possibly also Josh Mellon with some of the different bugs and feedback that I've had. And so it's been really cool. I want to thank the developers again for giving me a free copy of this game and giving me the opportunity to start playing before the general release, because I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm not sure that I would have played it or Let's Played it without them reaching out to me at the beginning. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with it, and I enjoyed the first one as well. Music throughout was great. I think a lot of it is Bautista, I think is his name. And so there's a lot of good music. I see, there is some Kevin MacLeod music in here as well. I did not immediately recognize that. Yeah, a lot of different music. I did not realize. And so we'll sit through the credits together. Yeah, I'm still kind of curious if I'm going to have the opportunity to still do more afterwards. I hope that I will. Otherwise, I can reload from my previous save and try to complete the things that I want to complete. And I'm curious to see what my achievement completion percentage is going to be now at this point, because I did get a bunch of achievements at the end. Let's see. And I think this is episode like 62 or 63 or something. So it ended up being actually fewer episodes than I thought it was going to be to get to an end credit sequence. I thought it was going to be somewhere in kind of like the 80 or 90 range. And so the end of it kind of wound up pretty quickly. But I think part of it is due to the fact that I ended up being kind of over-leveled or whatever, and so a lot of battles ended up being easy at the end. Which is fine, that's kind of how I enjoy playing. But it made things really kind of snowball towards the end, and I ended up editing out tons of stuff because it was just kind of boring. You know, walk through a cave, fight a bunch of monsters along the way using battle macros. Wow. Really helps you appreciate just how much content, like, you know, music and art and all those types of things go into a game of this size. You know, there's just kind of like the programming and developing the story and all that kind of stuff, but then there's all these assets in terms of music and art and stuff like that as well. Yeah, a lot of Kevin MacLeod music here. I did not realize that. Alright, vehicles. Giant Moa, ship, Phoenix. I see, for the special music that they had. Battle music. There's a lot of good battle music in this game. Here we go, Daniel Bautista. Yeah, that's some of the music that we hear a lot. And that YouTube occasionally content IDs. But that's fine. Wasn't anything for strikes against the channel or whatever. Just meant there were certain videos that I couldn't monetize, but that's fine. Playing to have fun, and so that you guys can enjoy the experience as well. And yeah, it'll be interesting to go back and listen to, try to pick out a few of my favorite tracks. But there are a few really good ones. And yeah, even like the track that we're listening to now kind of has the, I guess like electric guitar is kind of the main instrument it sounds like we're hearing. Boss music. Some of the boss music was good. Some of the boss music was kind of either repetitive or a little bit too loud and booming to be fun. Yeah, I don't really remember specific boss music off the top of my head to remember what was good. Scene music. Wow. What music do you have on the character selection screen, for example? The stuff that needs to be figured out and implemented. Ending credits, part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Scripts. Modern algebra. Pathfinding, wow. Mithrin. I see enemy AI state, multi-action. Original Weege, Yan Fly. I see, because I forget, is this like built on top of like RPG Builder or something? The game? I don't know enough about the game development. So I can imagine that these are all different contributors who go into the kind of overall RPG Maker kind of like capabilities. And so they built on top of that engine and then, you know, add all of their own content and some of their own coding and that kind of stuff. So I think that's what's going on here, but I'm definitely not the definitive source on all of that about the game's implementation. Synthesize. Generate hit points and magic points. Glitch Finder. Some fun names. Lone Wolf. Graphics. Alright. Kickstarter backers for last stream number 1. Oh my goodness. This might be a long road. Well, I don't know how big the Kickstarter was, actually. So, a lot of people at the $15 tier, it looks like. And it doesn't seem like they're in alphabetical order here, and so it's hard to predict how long this list is going to be. Yeah, at this point, the credit sequence is long enough that I'm definitely going to have to break this video up, and so I don't know exactly how this is going to go. But I'll try to find things to talk about throughout all of the credits, because I think it's kind of fun to see everything that's there. Okay, so $30 backers, now it's just a 1 person on a line rather than 2, which makes me think that this will get shorter more quickly. But yeah, they had a bunch of Kickstarters for the first one, and I don't know if they did that for the second one as well, or I don't know. I was not a Kickstarter person on this. Like, I finally played the first one like 3 or 4 years after it came out, because I'd seen like a couple years ago James Recommends talk about last stream, the first one, as something that was kind of like, you know, enjoy Final Fantasy back like it was on the SNES or something. And that sounded like a good time to me, and so I ended up getting the first one for cheap a few years after the fact, and played it and enjoyed it. And it was good enough that when I heard that they were making another one, I was keeping my eye out on the game. Like, every few months I would go and see if they had posted an update for when it was coming out. But then the developers kind of surprised me by saying, hey, have a copy of this game, it's coming out. And I hadn't looked at it in a few months. So that was cool. Do I need to press a button? The music is still going, but all of that has scrolled off. This is a little worrisome. Oh, there we go. The end. Okay, it took a little too long there. Congratulations, your final game time immediately after defeating Mephistopheles was 66 hours, 18 minutes, and 14 seconds. All right. So if you want to get a sense of how long I played, and I presume that doesn't count, like, you know, restore, and so, like, if you die and then, you know, restart or whatever, like, you might have lost a half an hour there kind of thing. So definitely a lot of playing there. Final number of steps, 294,000. I know one of the achievements was, like, defeat the game in the fewest number of steps kind of thing. Okay, save to which file? Let's say 17. And so does that mean... Oh my gosh, there's a new game plus? Retain achievements? I see. Interesting. Reborn. Right, that was alright originally there, okay. And then load game. So I'm curious now, if I do load game from here... I thought slot 17... Oh, completed game data. I see, so it gave me a slot, and that's just my completed game. So I guess I would have to reload from 16 in order to do things, because I guess I can't load this. Yeah, that's just completed. Okay. So yeah, I guess basically if I wanted to do Mount Agni, I would have to reload from 16 from before this battle. I just want to load just to, like, see. Yeah, so basically I could come back to here, and so I could, like, warp back out of here and do stuff on Mount Agni or something. And I didn't realize I can actually see the guy inside the crystal now. I didn't realize, I just saw the crystal. I didn't realize that there was the guy inside of it before, for Mephistopheles or whatever. Okay. I would like to explore more of Mount Agni, as well as do some synthesis on some of the new items that I got. And so I do plan to do that in the future, but we'll see that in a future episode, just to kind of round out the completion of this one. But I guess that is an ending, and so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon as I continue to explore Last Dream World Unknown. Bye-bye.